A conversation takes place about sick leave requests. An employee named Asaba is attempting to submit another sick leave form for 3 days, despite having already used up their annual leave allowance. Asaba claims to have chronic health issues since childhood, mentioning being abandoned by family and taken in by a master. A discussion about illegal pharmaceuticals that can boost ether aptitude occurs. These drugs were seized at Port Elpis Hollow. While seemingly beneficial, these drugs have severe side effects, including worsening corruption symptoms and potentially turning users into Ethereals. The case may be transferred to their department soon. A lazy individual requests help from trusted proxies to investigate a case in the Hollow due to having issues with their carrot. The case involves tracking down a criminal who developed an illegal drug that can temporarily boost ether aptitude. Despite the drug's theoretical destruction years ago, rumors of its existence have resurfaced. The group begins searching for clues about the suspicious drug in the area. They encounter and deal with some challenges, demonstrating combat abilities, including bow usage, which is noted as being particularly convenient and efficient. An encounter with public security officers leads to tension over jurisdiction of the drug case. An executive officer expertly analyzes seized drug samples, determining them to be incomplete knockoffs with minimal active ingredients. The situation is interrupted by approaching Ethereals. A disturbing incident occurs involving a young citizen in the Hollow who exhibits unusual symptoms. Despite seemingly mild corruption signs, the individual rapidly transforms into an Ethereal, creating a dangerous combat situation that requires immediate action. After dealing with the transformed Ethereal, it's revealed the victim suffered from Ether Aptitude Regression Syndrome, a rare condition causing naturally frail individuals to have higher ether aptitude but eventually lose sensory perception under severe pain. The incident concludes with the appearance of Dr. Kirishima, who reveals the victim was their patient who chose to end their suffering in the Hollow. A discussion ensues about a tragic disease affecting children, with public security needing to investigate recent incidents. Someone offers to cooperate with authorities, but first requests a moment to speak with an old classmate. The mood is tense as the classmate appears reluctant to engage in conversation. The conversation reveals details about a sanatorium treating patients with Ether Aptitude Regression Syndrome. One individual runs this facility to make amends for past mistakes. They discuss their shared history and a mysterious master figure, though there is obvious tension between them regarding their past relationship. The discussion shifts to unexpected events involving PubSec officers and an ethereal transformation. Information emerges about a master who created a controversial drug for improving ether aptitude, though it had severe side effects. This master later disappeared before facing punishment from inquisitors. A group of children from the sanatorium is introduced. They express gratitude for receiving free care and shelter after being abandoned by their families. The conversation turns nostalgic as past achievements in archery and natural talents are discussed, though underlying tension remains regarding the mysterious master. Public security officers arrive with allegations of illegal activities, requesting someone to come with them for questioning. Despite attempts to delay by citing concerns about the children's care, arrangements are made for the kids to be safely transported while the investigation proceeds. The narrative reveals shocking details about a drug case involving human tissue harvested from patients with Ether Aptitude Regression Syndrome. This terminal illness rarely allows patients to survive past their 20s, and their tissue is used to create an illegal ether aptitude boosting serum. A heated ethical debate erupts over the morality of using terminally ill patients to create beneficial drugs. While some argue it serves a greater good, others strongly defend the principle that no life should be sacrificed for another. The discussion ends with tension between different moral perspectives. A discussion reveals that a dangerous drug is being made from spinal fluid extracted from living patients' necks. The production method is considered highly unethical, as it involves using living people as test subjects. The conversation emphasizes that no one should be sacrificed for medicine production. During a casual drink meeting, someone orders bitter gourd juice, explaining they have grown accustomed to bitter tastes due to long-term medication use. The conversation then turns serious as it is revealed that Kirishima has been conducting experiments on children at a sanatorium, extracting their spinal fluid to create an Ether Aptitude booster drug. It is exposed that Kirishima has been running the sanatorium as a human experiment lab under the guise of charity. A patient named Shinya died from being injected with an unfinished version of the drug, which is especially dangerous for people with Ether Aptitude Regression Syndrome. The children are unable to report this due to threats against other patients being held hostage. GPS trackers and microphones have been secretly placed on the children to gather evidence. Kirishima threatens the children, referring to them as living medical supplies and warning that anyone who disobeys will meet the same fate as Shinya. Plans are made to track the sanatorium's location while being careful not to alert Kirishima. A young patient named Harumasa is shown receiving neck injections and medicine as part of his daily routine. He maintains a positive attitude despite the treatments, hoping to earn a special headband as a reward for being compliant with the medical procedures. Someone reveals they also have Ether Aptitude Regression Syndrome affecting their lungs and heart. They share their backstory of being abandoned by their parents at a hospital and being taken in by Master, who secretly used them to make the booster drug. They wear a choker to hide neck scars from the extractions. At HSO headquarters, Harumasa says goodbye to colleagues before taking leave to handle personal matters. The team shows concern and support, offering help and encouraging a safe return. The atmosphere is emotional but hopeful. The scene moves to a dusty location where Kirishima is meant to be met. Despite showing signs of illness, including coughing and tremors, someone insists on continuing their mission to prevent Kirishima's access to important research data and drug samples that could harm many people if misused. A tense conversation occurs between partners, where one asks for help and support until the end. The other agrees, but makes them promise not to push too hard. They express valuing their life highly and agree to continue forward together with caution. There is concern about someone's deteriorating condition. Wise reveals they have a backup plan to contact Section 6 if anything goes wrong, as they could arrive in time to help. This provides some reassurance to the group. The group approaches Hiroshima with reluctance, noting it's the last person they want to see, but acknowledging there is no other choice. They discover a sensor ahead that can be triggered by an arrow. A mysterious letter is found with a special symbol that triggers memories of past experiments. The symbol was used as a secret code between master and student to arrange private meetings for archery lessons and storytelling, away from watchful eyes. The group encounters an Ethereal circling a briefcase with master's scattered belongings nearby. A confrontation reveals dark truths about human experiments, a sanatorium, and the development of a booster drug. The Ethereal is revealed to be their corrupted master. More disturbing details emerge about power players conducting experiments on patients, with master's research being the only stable results. The antagonist reveals plans to induce diseases in ordinary people to further their research goals. A partner confronts Harumasa about their deteriorating condition. It's revealed they had been using their own spinal fluid to protect sick kids. Despite their weakening state, they insist on completing their mission to retrieve the briefcase and deal with the Ethereal. Harumasa's condition worsens dramatically during a confrontation. Despite their declining health, they manage to destroy the research materials to prevent them from being misused, seeing it as their final act of defiance. Flashbacks reveal tender moments between master and student, including the gifting of a headband. The master shares philosophical insights about the true nature of archery and expresses regret about past choices involving human experimentation. The scene concludes with a celebration of Harumasa's recovery and return to Section 6. Their teammates praise their contributions to saving civilians from hollows, and Harumasa acknowledges how their team's quick action saved their life. A touching moment occurs when someone expresses gratitude, referencing an old saying about survivors of catastrophes being destined for good fortune. The lighthearted response about taking a fortune cookie adds a bit of humor to the profound moment. The peaceful setting allows for feeling the breeze and reflecting. A near-death experience is recalled involving a drug injection that surprisingly didn't prove fatal. The medical staff were amazed by the miraculous recovery, which defied normal explanation. The survival was attributed to incredible luck, though there seemed to be more to the story. Updates about the Kirishima situation reveal that the children from the sanatorium were successfully rescued and are now receiving proper medical care. Financial support has been arranged for their living expenses. The investigation made progress with Kirishima providing names of key players during interrogation. Preparations for a master's funeral are underway, with belongings collected and services planned for next month. Deep emotional reflection follows about wanting answers from the master about abandonment, similar to experiences with birth parents. However, perspective has shifted to seeing both the positive and negative aspects of their relationship. Rather than forgiveness, there's a profound acceptance of life's dualities, the coexistence of good and bad, pain and joy. This acceptance extends to finding balance in loss and gain, like losing family but gaining amazing teammates. It's a mature perspective on life's complexities. A shocking medical revelation explains that the supposedly poisonous drug was actually a specialized cure, specifically designed for the patient's unique physiology. Though unfinished, this medication remarkably saved their life, suggesting the master had secretly switched focus from creating an ether booster to developing a personal cure. The conversation concludes with a heavy request. If illness leads to becoming an ethereal, there is a wish for a mercy ending rather than endless wandering. Despite this somber topic, there's an optimistic commitment to living life fully in this imperfect but beautiful world.